Hi children, welcome back to my class. So all these days you have been describing things, isn't it? You have been describing yourself, you have been describing your favorite fruit, your favorite food, everything. So I also taught you an easy method to describe things, that is your sensory organizer, or we call it as a sensory chart, where you use your five senses to describe those things. Now today I am going to speak about how to write a paragraph. Now you have learned how to describe things, which is very good. I have seen your reflections. It is really awesome. I have given you feedbacks also. So to improve your writing, whenever you read a story, for example, you would have seen whenever a story is being written, it is written in such a way that you don't have any doubts in that. It is very clear. So you also have to write like that. Like when I'm reading your passages, or not only me, whoever is reading your passages, they should be very clear with what they are reading. So there is a rule actually to write a paragraph. Not only descriptive writing, but whatever writing you follow, even though it is creative writing, narrative writing, persuasive writing, whatever genre you follow, you have to look into that. You add these things into that. Only the vocabulary and the grammar does not help us to bring the paragraph in a good manner. These three rules, there are three ways to write the paragraph. You have to include these three magic, actually I should say that these magic things you have to add into your paragraph. So today I'm going to talk about that. So the three things are, whenever you write a paragraph, it should be divided like topic sentence, body sentence and closing sentence. Now you connect this into your body. Okay, now you have got a head, that is your topic sentence. Your body, it is your body sentence, and the leg, that is your closing sentence. Now for example, you are looking at your friend's hand instead of your friend's face. Can you identify whose hand is that? We obviously need a face to identify people, isn't it? The same way a topic sentence is like that. Topic sentence tells you about whom we are talking or about what we are talking, and your body sentence tells all the details like behavior. If you are writing about a person, that will be the behavior will be written, the characteristic will be written there, and the closing sentence always talks about the feelings you have for that thing. Okay, if you are writing for a person, you may express your feelings for that person, or if you're talking about your what you say, favorite food, favorite whatever it is, whatever favorite things you are writing, you will be expressing your feelings in the closing sentence. So today I'm going to read a passage for you, and I'll show you how it is written. So always it is important to follow these steps of writing. So let us go and see what is that. Okay children, so children, this is the paragraph I was talking about. This is Isabel's paragraph. It is Isabel's paragraph because she has written something about her friend. So you can see there is a topic given. That is not your topic sentence actually. Before we write something, we give a topic, we give a heading. So this is that. You can see my teammate Marty. So Isabel has written about her teammate. So I think she is playing in a team of soccer. So she is going to describe her friend, and in the right hand side you can see the paragraph has been divided into three parts. One is the topic sentence, one is the body sentence, the other one is a closing sentence. Now I'll read it out for you and just listen how it is being described. So my teammate Marty. My friend Marty is on my soccer team. He wears a blue baseball cap. His hair is dark brown. His eyes light up when he smiles. Marty smiles a lot. He likes red t-shirts, blue pants and white shoes. His shoes wear out quickly. That's because Marty loves playing soccer. He runs fast and plays fair. Marty is a great teammate. So this is her paragraph. Even though it is very small, she has given all the details about her teammate Marty. So the first two lines where she is telling, my friend Marty is on my soccer team. So this is the topic sentence. Why it is a topic sentence? Because she is telling whom she is writing about. She didn't, start writing like he wears a blue baseball cap. She wrote his name first. She introduced him to us through writing. So my friend Marty is on my soccer team is a topic sentence because it is the introduction part. It is clearly telling that whom it is about. The next four lines where she has written, he wears a blue baseball cap, his hair is dark brown, eyes light up when he smiles a lot. So all this is body sentence because she has described about him, what are his likes, what does he do, what does his characteristics mean. So everything till this line, like Marty smiles a lot, he likes red t-shirts, blue pants and white shoes, his shoes wear out quickly. So wearing out means it gets damaged very quickly because he plays soccer, because he hits the ball very fast, the shoes wear out. So she is telling that he runs fast and plays fair. So till this, he runs fast and plays fair, is all the details about Marty. So it is all about his characteristics, about his likes, his dislikes, his hobbies, everything is written here. So that's why it is called as the body sentence. At the closing sentence, you can see the last line tells Marty is a great teammate. So she has written her feeling about Marty. Isabel feels that Marty is a great person. He is a great teammate. He makes a great team player. So that's why. Now you can see here the topic sentence tells who the paragraph is about. For example, children, if you are writing about your friend, first line you should be telling about your friend. You should at least tell who is that person about. Now you would have read many storybooks, isn't it? At the beginning of the story itself, they would have represented the characters. They would have told us about the characters, the names of the character, what is their behavior, all that. So that is the topic sentence. It should be about the topic. For example, if you are writing about a box, directly you should not write it is red in color. First you should write what it is actually. So I am writing about the box, or I love my box, whatever it is. So starting itself you should tell what you are writing about. Next, the body sentence describes what the person looks like and what he or she does. If you are writing about a person, in the body sentence you should write how do that person look, what are the things they like to do, what is the dress they are wearing. All things you can describe there. You can even describe their characteristics, their behavior. Okay, what do they love the most, what is their hobby. If you are writing about a thing, there you can write how does that thing look, what is the color of the thing, what is the shape, isn't it, how does it feel, all those sensory organizer we used, isn't it, that you can bring it in the body sentence. And the closing sentence tells how the writer feels about the person. Now if you are writing about your best friend, you can write I love my best friend because he or she is very caring, all that. If you are writing about a thing, for example, you the other day you wrote about ice cream, you have written, many of you have written I love ice cream a lot. So that is the feeling for the ice cream that you have. So that is the closing sentence. So this is how you have to write a paragraph, children. Not only in descriptive writing, whatever writing you follow, whatever genre you follow, you have to make sure that the first few lines are the topic sentence where you are introducing what is the topic. The next 4 lines are about your the body sentence that tells about your thing or the person, very clearly describes that person, the characteristics, the color, the shape, whatever it is. Next, the last line alone should be about the feeling you have for that thing or the person. I think you are clear now. This is how you have to write a paragraph, because sometimes we tend to mix up, even though you write a descriptive writing very neatly and properly, you tend to mix up, like you bring the body sentence on the top, the closing sentence in the middle. But next time onwards, you just follow this. So your homework is nothing but you have to write about your friend. Okay, you have to write a descriptive paragraph like this. Not only you don't have to use the exact same words. Whatever you feel about your friend, however you feel to write a descriptive writing, you need to write it. It can be about your friend or your favorite thing, or it can be about your favorite teacher, whatever it is, favorite person. Choose a topic and write a descriptive writing where it follows all these rules: topic sentence, body sentence and closing sentence. Okay children, I hope you understood it. See you in the next class.